Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I am Oche from Broiler Farms. Okay, I'm a broiler farmer in Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and I work in the Middle East. Okay, I run my farm remotely from here. All right. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to sell your broiler chickens very fast, and it's for beginners. Okay, for those that don't have a customer base yet, and you're finding it difficult to sell your birds, or you want to start and you don't want to delay when it comes to sales of your birds. Okay, so this video is for you, and I'm going to highlight some points and some things that you need to do to make sure you sell your birds fast. Okay, so the first step number one, is you start selling even before you start your business. You sell before you start your business. You let people know you are starting a broiler farm. Okay, there are a lot of people running broiler farm around, so it's better you let people know immediately. The competition for broiler sales is very high. Okay, so you let people know that you are starting a broiler farm. How do you do that? Word of mouth. Go outside, tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell them you're starting a broiler farm. Okay, then social media has made it so easy. I made a lot of sales from social media. I use social media fully when it comes to selling my birds. Okay, so the first people that will buy from you are your friends. So on social media, start letting people know, even if you've not started the business yet. Start letting people know, posting on your social media handles. Tell them you're starting a broiler business. You understand? And a lot of people will be anticipating for them to see when you are going to start. Okay, and when you start, always keep posting your updates on the social media handle. Keep posting your updates, day 1, day 2, day 3, just 30 seconds clips. Just keep posting them on your social media handle. If you don't have that time to post every day, you can post maybe once in 2 days or even once in a week. Just keep them in a constant reminder that your business has started, and they should not forget about you. Okay, so that is the first step when it comes to selling your broilers. So the second step when it comes to selling broilers, and you don't want to run into loss and you want to sell them fast, is calculate your expenses and your profit even before you start. Yes, even your profit, you calculate it before you start. Okay, so if you want to raise 100 broilers, for example, you need to know how much it will cost you to raise 100 broilers. Okay, and if you successfully raise 100 broilers, how much are you going to sell it? What is the current market price? Okay, even before you start, you need to know the current market price, because broilers in a month or a month and a half or 2 months, they are already ready, so the market price will not change that much. Okay, so you need to know the market price before you start. So with the idea of the market price, you know the price of feed and every other input you are going to use. So you calculate everything. You calculate your expenditure, you calculate the profit that you are targeting before you start. Okay, so it's going to help you make decisions when it comes to selling. That is where the help will come. Okay, because sometimes because you do not calculate this, if you have a buyer, you may not want to sell out immediately, because you may think you're running at a loss. So that's why you need to calculate it, so that you will know what to sell out immediately, and the prices could vary from this person to another person, as long as there is profit on it. Okay, so that is what you need to do. All right, then the third point is, don't spend more than the calculated expenditure. I've done this mistake several times, and I know a lot of people will be doing it. After calculating your expenditure, you understand, and you've calculated the profit you are going to make from that particular expenditure, don't spend more than that expenditure. Whatever it is, whatever expenses, try to cut it. Let it be within the calculated expenses, because anything outside that expenditure that you've calculated from the onset, you are eating into your profit, and that is not good for the business. That will not even make you want to sell the broiler birds very well. Okay, so that is another point you need to know as a beginner when you're starting a broiler farm. Then the point 4 is also interwoven with the point 3. Okay, try to spend within your expenditure. That is what I said in point 3. So in point 4 is, try to go for cheap production costs. Okay, whatever you are going to do that is going to cut your production cost, even if it's cheaper than the calculated expenditure, go for it. Right, if you can manufacture your own feed, do it. It is not rocket science. Forget all the when you go online, you see all the things they list for manufacturing feed. Some of them you wonder where to get them from. Okay, I'm going to make a video on how to make feed. Okay, it's very easy. You just need the basic things that they need in their body, which is the carbohydrates and the protein and the calcium. Every other thing are just drugs and chemicals to make them healthy. Okay, so you can do that on your own. So whatever is going to make your cost of production come down, go for it. Okay, from the housing, if you don't have a big space, you cannot create a big cage for them and you really want to go into the business, you can go into free range. If you have a compound, let them come out in a compound, get just guide them in a little place, and then in the evening you drive them inside. They will grow very well. In fact, I got to experience this in my last batch when I allowed them to come out because of heat, and I discovered that they even grew very well. They did better outside than when they were inside. So you try to cut your cost on every angle. If you can go for organic medication instead of the drugs, okay, you go for organic medication. Just cut your cost to the barest minimum. Okay, now the fifth point, okay, is selling to your neighbors and your friends around you. Okay, so after you must have raised your beds, all right, and before you started, you've been telling people you are raising beds and stuff like that. These people are the first people that will approach you when your beds are ready. You understand? Your friends, your people in your neighborhood, like that. So they will be the first people to approach you. Okay, so those are the first people you need to target, and those people they buy at a higher price than the wholesalers. Okay, people that will come to get them in bulk from you, these your neighbors, they will buy at a better price than those guys. Okay, so if you have a very large network of friends and you can spread the information wide, even your friends alone and your neighbors can also get all the beds from you depending on the quantity, but they will not buy in bulk, maybe two, three, one, like that. Okay, so they are also a way of selling your beds fast, your friends, your neighbors, and people around you, because a lot of people are thinking that these wholesalers will just come and pack everything. Yeah, they do come, but their profit margin is thin. Okay, then the sixth point I want to mention here is selling to the frozen food centers around you. Okay, there are some people in the neighborhood that sells frozen chicken. If you have them around, you can go around word of mouth, tell them you have chickens you can process for them, like that. So you need to get people that will help you process if you don't know how to process. So you need to walk around your neighborhood, let them know that you have chicken. Okay, and they are even going to prefer yours because it will be cheaper than when they go to the frozen food center, you know, this large frozen food area where you go to buy your beds in kilos. Okay, so it will be cheaper because you'll be bringing it to them. They will not leave their shop. You tell them you're bringing it to them, you are coming to distribute to them in their shops. Okay, so they'll wait for you, they'll contact you, you bring for them. Okay, then you sell for them. The profit margin is also good, but it is lower than when you sell into your neighbors and your friends. Okay, then the seventh way of selling your beds fast is when you sell to the middlemen. In Nigeria, we call them the abokis. Then also there are some people that work for different companies. They go around looking for people that have broilers. Okay, they can also come and buy them from you. Some people supply to in Port Harcourt, there are these guys that supply food to people working on the rig, so they can also come to you to buy in bulk. Okay, so their prices are better than that of the aboki, but if they don't come, then you can sell to the aboki. Okay, now when it comes to selling to aboki, that is where the trickish part is, because a lot of broiler farmers don't want to sell to these guys. But you'll be surprised if broiler farmers are not selling to these guys, then where are they getting their chickens from to sell? You go there, they always have chickens to sell. That is, some people have mastered the art of selling to these guys. Okay, and this is the secret: know the price that aboki are selling their beds. Okay, walk around, price from them. You understand? So that when you're calculating your expenditure and your profit, you have that at the back of your mind. Okay, so you calculate for that aboki's price. You use the aboki's price to calculate your profit and your expenditure. So you try not to spend more than that. So if eventually it's the aboki guys that comes to you to buy, you still make your profit. Okay, and if you and I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. And if it's the neighborhood frozen chicken centers, then you still make a bigger profit, right? And if it's your friend, you still make much more bigger profit, right? So just try to when you are doing your expenditure and profit cost, don't forget to put those aboki inside the picture, because sometimes uh, these guys I mentioned, your friends, the frozen food centers, they might not buy the quantity that the abokis are buying, but you will not want to spend money feeding them any longer. So you need to dispose them to the abokis. So to have so in order not to run into loss, then you need to calculate your costs and your expenditure, your profit and your expenditure according to aboki's rate in case of eventuality. Okay, then the last but not the least, for every beginner, which is my 8th point, if you start and you start selling to these guys, especially the frozen food people, then you need to continue. You don't need to stop. So if you sell your bed, you restock immediately. If there is a break, it's going to affect you getting those customers back. And your old customers are easy to sell to than new customers. So try to retain your old customers as much as possible. Your friends, they can call you again maybe sometimes and say, do you still have chicken? If you have, good for you. That's why I said you need to restock immediately. Then those guys in selling the frozen chicken are in the neighborhood. Sometimes they will not want to, because you're bringing it to them. They are finding your service more comfortable than going to those bigger warehouses. So what they will do is they'll call you and ask you to deliver. And if you tell them you don't have, they'll look for someone else, right? Then their bookies, they are like scavengers. They go from one farm to another. You understand? So if they find out that you are always having on your farm, the first place they will come is your farm. Okay, so I believe these few points I've mentioned to you, if you are starting a broiler farm, is going to help you to sell your broiler farm fast and profitable. Okay, so do subscribe to this channel. This is Oche from Broiler Farms. Okay, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon. I like comments a lot. I reply to all my comments, and there are some links in the description. You have a lot of documents that I use on my farm that will help you. You can go ahead and download them. They are free of charge. Okay, guys, so having said this, I am generating a new course, and this part of sales is explained very well in the course. Okay, it's going to tell you how to sell your bed, how to calculate the expenses, and things to do to sell your beds so that you don't lose. Okay, I've been a broiler farmer for years. There are sometimes I just say, okay, let me sell my bed, at least let me recover my money. If you have been in that, if you've experienced that before, then this course is for you. How to sell your beds and how to start a broiler farm from beginning, how to run a system on the farm, because right now I'm on the Middle East and I'm running my farm in Nigeria. I've been here for close to a year now. I've not gone back home, and the farm has been running smoothly. Okay, so the course will be out very soon. This is just a heads up for you. It's going to be a very elaborate course. Even if you don't have hands-on practical experience in raising beds, this course is going to tell you what to do. It's with this course you'll be able to train the whoever is working for you. You'll be able to train your workers. Okay, so this is very elaborate. It's going to make running broiler farm easy for you. You can be anywhere in the world and you can run your broiler farm in any location remotely. You are not there. The money will just be coming into your account like a passive income. Okay, so that is what the course is all about. All right, so this is a heads up. It's going to be out very soon, so watch out for it. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As I said, hit that notification icon. You'll get more useful videos coming from this channel. Okay, and let's interact in the comment section. All right, so this is Oche from Broiler Farms. Peace. I'm out.